I'm so happy to be back together with you. And on this special edition series, we have talked about my story in the very beginning, where I was this kind of shy, awkward observer that didn't have very many friends growing up, to my rock bottom moment when I got jumped when I was 16 and how that helped to turn my life around. Starting Cutco, waking up to my entrepreneurial spirit, the event where I learned about the online world for the first time at just 24, 25 years old, and then came home and taught myself code and built my own website and started blogging about what I was learning about, and how that started to attract in people who wanted to hire me. And NGNG Enterprises, which stands for No Guts, No Glory, was born in October of 2007. I took you through my learning journey, some of my favorite stories from Larry on my sales call, where I was so frustrated. There's got to be a better way to save my time, to tell people what we do, to attract in only qualified buyers, and to be fully transparent about our pricing up front and reduce our sales call length, and to almost triple our sales conversion. Then we went in and we spoke about a really tough moment for me when I launched the Authentic Business Success Summit and had made too many big assumptions about what would happen at launch. Now, successful things happened years later, but at launch put the company at risk. Then I spoke about my frustration in marketing and how I thought I'm spending too much time on this and I'm in the weeds of my business. What do I do? There's got to be a better way. And I started batch recording videos and repurposing them, which created a boom of sales in NGNG, and later became our signature product and program leveraged to scale that has helped so many people to make such a better impact with a lot less time and money spent. And then just thinking back to Carolyn and that event where I walked in at Las Vegas to speak on stage in front of almost 250 coaches and realized I didn't want to be there. So I walked out the day I was supposed to speak on that stage and changed the business trajectory. The story of when COVID hit and how I told the team, you are safe. You're not going anywhere. I've got you. And I did. I paid everybody in full on time, didn't lay a single person off. And not only that, but opened up the Elevate series, where we really held space for humanity during a really scary time, and how that led to a big boom in NGNG's growth. 85% growth that year, 85% growth the next year, amidst a pretty tough time for me personally, something I'm still healing from. And now we step into 2022, 15 years of NGNG history we've accounted for in these videos that honestly are probably just for me to memorialize what happened. It's for the team, it's for the clients, it's for the followers. And, however you as the viewer are interacting with this series, I'm just grateful for your time, because I know that I've spent a lot of time recording these videos, which means that you spent a lot of time that you could have spent elsewhere, but you're spending it here with me and you're walking this journey with me. And I take that personally. So I want to say thank you for that. This year was exceptional. It was one of the hardest first 6 months that I've ever experienced in business history, because we started the year with more money, cash reserves in the bank than we've ever had, more guaranteed contract and payments than we've ever had before. We set off on this goal to hit the Inc. 5,000 list, which we did. I'm happy to share. It was special to me. Again, not because of, oh, look at me and what I did. It's more of a marker for the impact that we've had in our industry and the jobs that we have created and the leadership that I was able to, bring forth to the world. Just remarkable, really special. And so we started the year in that way. And then I get COVID again for my third time. This is what happens when you have a 5-year-old. I got COVID, and then one thing led to another. My son actually just got accepted into a fantastic school up north to start kindergarten. And we lucked out because, The waiting list is 1.5 miles long on this school, and they've just got such good morals and values and curriculum. And we got in. So that means that I needed to move up north by Fort Collins, Colorado. And so I'm looking at this house I'm living in, and the market back then was just bananas. And my realtor said, "You've got to sell now." And I'm like, okay, that wasn't in the cards this year, but I cleaned the house, put it up for sale, sold it in record time. It all happened so fast. I actually moved into a temporary townhouse that I'm in right now. It was a 6-month waiting period where I could try to find a home up north. I put in offer after offer, all got rejected. People beat me out of 40,000 over asking price for homes up there. Just the housing market was nuts. I didn't get lucky enough to get a home. So I ended up finding a fantastic home that I can just rent for the next year, which is fine with me. I'm not attached to it. It's beautiful, it's clean, it's safe, it's by Clay's school. So I definitely feel very well protected. And then I was able to take the money that I had set aside for a house, and I ended up buying a cabin in the woods temporarily until I'm ready to start buying again. But that cabin has just given me so much peace and so much thinking time and so much healing time from all of the change that I have experienced in the past couple of years, especially. And it's something that I have not been very vocal about, just because, I'm not one to like air out my private stuff, but there were a lot of really big monumental changes that happened in my life in the past 2 years, both personally and professionally. And one of the things that I'm really excited about looking ahead, what's ahead for NGNG, is I'm really wanting to debrief. I want to look back and I want to look at, what did I learn? There was so much growth and so much pain and stretching and shifting and learning that it happened so fast that I don't even know fully everything that I learned, but I know that it is a never-ending well of wisdom that I have inside of me. And so for sure, I'm going to take some time to just decompress and heal and appreciate. Oh my gosh, the appreciation is so rich. And I want to debrief. I want to document, what did I learn? What did I learn about growing a company? What did I learn about developing leaders? What did I learn about shifting sales to somebody else's hands and responsibility? What did I learn after a $2 million year? What did I learn in terms of relationships that I had with clients and strategic partners and speaking and podcasting and marketing? And it was just so much. And I'm so excited to document that over the next 6 to 12 months and share that with you in the form of videos, podcasts, a book. There's so much that I want to give to you to help you on your journey. So that's definitely Amber Vilhauer's personal track that I'm going down in my career, as I will be documenting and sharing that learning with you. But the first 6 months of the year was ripe with that accelerated change and hardship, because I moved, I'm in this temporary place. I've got some stuff in storage here, some stuff there. I'm trying to figure out the housing thing. Meanwhile, the company just kept growing and I kept stretching. And, there was a moment in March where all of a sudden I got sort of this impact of all of these changes happening all at once. And it was enough to sort of wake me up, almost in the way that COVID did. I got very still and I just observed and I looked around and I thought, oh my gosh, what do I want from here? We had a team of 38. We were selling like crazy. And I just remember back then feeling like I was always apologizing for everything. I'm so sorry to this team member because I'm behind on reviewing this document, or behind in making a video, or behind in this, or behind in that. I was always apologizing. And yet I've never worked harder, longer hours, more meaningful conversations, leaning in, making hard choices. And I looked around and I thought, man, I don't want a company this big. And I remember I was talking to a fantastic employee on our team, Alexis, who's my girl. And I said, gosh, Alexis, I just don't know what to do from here because, do I keep growing? Do I not? I was just confused. And she said, Amber, you know what I remember you telling me years ago? And I said, what? I'm just desperate for any wisdom. She said, you never wanted a big company. Oh yeah. Never wanted a big company. And that was the moment. I don't even know if Alexis knows this, but that was the moment where I remembered my truth and what I really wanted. And I made the decision to downscale the company pretty aggressively in terms of the time it took to do it, but extremely carefully and thoughtfully and consciously with all the love and kindness in the world that I could give to it. Because I deeply cared about all of our team members and our clients and all of the projects that we had going on. But honestly, at the end of the day, I put everybody and everything else first. And I put me way, way in the back of the line, way, way back there. And, my son is at this critical stage in his life where these are the years that I can pour into him and I can give him so much of me and my wisdom and my love and my kindness and my seriousness and my silliness. And that's what I want to do. So I spent about 2 to 3 months tops. And we went from a team of 38 down to a team of about 18, very lovingly and consciously, the best that I could, supporting everybody everywhere that I could. And now we are really focused on working with a set number of clients that we just love. We want to have an intimate, long-lasting relationship with. We want to give them everything that we've got, our absolute very best in all ways. And that's exactly what we're doing. And I'm just so honored that we could achieve Inc. 5000, which again is a measure of impact to me. And I'm going to always look back on that, like, the community effort that it took to achieve that goal, and the impact that had on the world is just remarkable. It's just outstanding. And so NGNG lives on. I mean, we are still selling experiential high-end custom websites. We're doing branding, selling leverage to scale, our online marketing training program. We're doing incredible book launches. In fact, at the time that I am creating this video with you, we're having 2 very big, exciting, exceptional launches just today. And I'm so proud of our authors and our team and everything that we've built, and just the journey of the past 6 months, making the impossible choices. What will people think? What if the business fails? What if? And your mind wants to go banana land over decisions, right? And you think of every worst case scenario, and you feel badly about yourself, and you play victim, and you rise up, and you make new plans. And like, the human experience is epic. It's not like anything I could have ever anticipated, but man, is it thrilling. It is thrilling to take that adventure and to know that it really is whatever you make it to be. And I think of something my mentor, Dimitri, said to me months ago. What would you choose to experience next? And that is a question that I have been trying to answer for 6 months. What would you choose to experience next? Like, I have a choice. What? Oh, maybe I do have a choice. And so I've learned so much about myself. Again, one of the tracks that I'm going to take you alongside with me is in me documenting the big questions that I had to solve for, the big decisions that I made, the learning lessons that I made, how I navigated all of that change as quickly as I had to navigate it, and as carefully and thoughtfully and lovingly as I navigated it. How did I do that? I'm going to share that with you. And NGNG services will continue. We're going to be an intimate boutique agency, probably selling a couple million, $1 to $2 million a year. Again, it's not about the number. To me, that's a marker of impact. I want to have an impact on the business. I just don't want to grow to 100 employees. Ugh, it's not what I want. I want to be able to speak and write and to share freely and openly with humanity. I want to give all of my best content away on YouTube and on my blog and social media, which is exactly what I intend to continue doing. And I am always open for anybody to come into the NGNG circle and engage. Have a call with my team, get to know my team. They're incredible humans. I've attracted unbelievable quality of goodness, good conscious souls that are just trying to help, others help others, if that makes sense. So I just want to thank you as I wrap up this series for being on this journey with us. 15 years, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of learning about ourselves, attracting in great human beings, a lot of giving back, which is something that we are continuing to be very, very, very focused on. And if there's any way that you think we can help you, even just as friends or as colleagues or peers, please knock on our door anytime. I want to thank you so much. No guts, no glory. And I look forward to a future conversation with you. Thanks so much.